Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Michelle and today I want to answer your question on why I choose not to eat gluten and why maybe you should give it up too. Not to say that everybody has a wheat allergy, because I know some people feel great, and if you feel great and you don't have any skin issues, don't have any mood issues, then ignore this video. So I know it's the newest craze, going gluten-free, going wheat-free, blah blah blah, and it's getting a lot of bad attention and people are not really understanding why so many people are doing it. So I thought I'd explain to you why I'm doing it, and maybe some of these reasons can resonate with you. So I've been asked if I am a celiac, and celiac is someone that is allergic to wheat, and so they will have an allergic reaction when they eat wheat. So it would be immediate hives, swelling, immediate. And no, I am not a celiac, but I do have an intolerance to wheat. And there's a chance that you might have an intolerance as well. And nowadays, like, people are like, oh, they think you make it up. Oh, well, you think you have an intolerance. No, I know, even though I've not been diagnosed, I know I've had an intolerance. For as long as I remember, I had digestive issues. So my stomach would always hurt. It happened a lot in university. I was always in pain, always complaining about my stomach. I was diagnosed with IBS when I was younger, and so pretty much it was like, okay, you have IBS, good luck, bye, you know? And so some things really hurt my stomach. My stomach got worse the older I got. I did an experiment and I decided to give up wheat because of all the craze saying how bad wheat is and how actually wheat isn't the same quality as it used to be. And I have never felt better. I gave it up. I feel like my stomach finally healed itself. I did that as well as started eating fermented foods, but I gave up the wheat and I felt great. Fast forward a couple years later, I've decided to reintroduce it sparingly. So I would eat wheat here and there, and you know, once it would be okay, a couple times it would be much worse. And so how I would feel after eating wheat, it wasn't immediate. It would be the next day, the next 2 days. So what I noticed is that my energy would be so low the next couple of days. Like, I just didn't feel like myself. You know, like, I like to work out, I like to move. Even though some days I'm tired, I still want to go to the gym, I still want to be active. But when I would eat wheat, I just wanted to lay there. I would lay there and I'm like, something's wrong, you know? And then I figured out the correlation. It was every time I would eat wheat, I would feel super lazy the next day. The other thing I would notice was gas, bloating, and crazy amount of constipation for a couple days. So something was obviously saying, you know, after my meal, that something wasn't right of what I ate. And so I was able to figure out that it was the wheat. I've also dealt with hormonal imbalances. So it is hard to pinpoint if all these things were caused directly from wheat. But when I was eating it again, you'll see in my earlier vlogs, like a year and a half ago, I had reintroduced it. My skin was really inflamed because wheat causes inflammation within the body. I've made my mind up. I'm done eating wheat because I've had it last weekend, and I was in a funk for 2-3 days. My whole system was off, and it's 100% correlated to the wheat. And I actually don't mind giving up wheat. The only thing that's annoying is when you're trying to eat at someone's house or going to eat out or something. You just have to make some variations, and you need to be very clear and specific that you are not eating wheat. Otherwise, people won't really pay attention to it. So I feel so much better when I don't eat wheat. And if you want to try to see if you might have a sensitivity to it, all it takes is about 2 or 3 weeks of no wheat gluten products. Like, even when I was eating like spelt flour and different types of flour, I gave up all gluten and I felt so much better. So when you reintroduce it, if you start to feel terrible, if you have some symptoms that come back, then you might have an intolerance to it. So it's not showing you up front, like in your face, but something's going on within you. Your body does not like it. So if you are constantly eating something that you have a sensitivity to, it does not digest well. So it kind of sits in your gut and it stays there. It's not getting digested, it's not going all the way through, and then it goes into your circulation because they have nowhere else to go because they're not going through the way they're supposed to. And antibodies, actually, your antibodies will attack the food that you're allergic to. It's creating an immune response. You do not want to do this. Doing this over time for long periods of time causes inflammation, and we know that constant inflammation over long periods of time can lead to disease. So if you want to be disease-free when you get older, I suggest you figure out what your intolerances are and stop eating them so you can be healthy, feel way better now, and stay healthy forever. So I looked up the most common symptoms of a wheat gluten intolerance that you could be feeling. So let's go through the list. Number 1, digestive issues. I talked about that. IBS, stomach cramps, diarrhea, constipation, all that stuff could be happening if you have a wheat intolerance. Number 2, skin inflammation, acne. They also said psoriasis, eczema. You know, like that chicken skin, you get like I really struggled with that a lot, and it's like 90% gone, but I had that my whole life when I was eating wheat. Chronic fatigue, yeah, just feeling super tired. That could be because you're eating something you're sensitive to. A diagnosis of an autoimmune disease. You could fix and kind of heal yourself if you gave up wheat, if it was kind of the cause of your autoimmune disease, right? Because inflammation over time can lead to disease. If you give up your intolerances, you should be able to see a huge relief within your inflammation. So your symptoms of your autoimmune disease will go down drastically. The other thing that I thought was interesting is fibromyalgia. People who give up wheat and inflammation causing foods, they feel like a 360 kind of cure when they eat a good diet for their body. Hormonal imbalances. So if you are having crazy PMS, PCOS, your body's not functioning well, you're having crazy pain during your period, you're just really up and down hormonally, it might be due to food intolerance, and it could be wheat. Wheat could be the trigger. And for me, over these last few months, I've been feeling so much better giving up wheat, giving up those things that I have an intolerance to. So it's worth giving it a try. Number 7, migraines. If you are constantly dealing with migraines and headaches, you could be eating something you're allergic to. I've never really had headaches, but if you keep having them, it could be something you're eating. Try giving up wheat. Try it. It's not gonna hurt. And especially nowadays, our wheat is so low grade, low quality that you really shouldn't be eating it all the time anyway, because it is crap. You know, you're not really getting good nutrients when you're eating wheat. You're just getting in calories, really. And last point is mood swings. If you are feeling up and down and like happy and sad and you can't control how you're feeling, it could be due to food intolerance. It affects your body from within. Anxiety, depression, ADD, all these symptoms that I just named can be improved if they are caused by a wheat intolerance. And the only way to know if they are caused by a gluten intolerance is for you to give up gluten. So like I said, give yourself 2 to 3 weeks without eating any gluten products, and you should see if you feel better, then you know, right? And if you reintroduce it and you feel worse, then that's a pretty clear indication to me that you might have intolerance as well. I was reading online that gluten can actually stay in your system for a very long time, and it takes a super long time to actually get out of your system. But even having a bite of it here and there, if you have an intolerance, can really set you back. So if you know you have an intolerance, don't even have a bite. It's not even worth it. So just to kind of show you how I stay off wheat, I love bread, of course, but I just buy gluten-free. To me, I don't even notice the difference anymore, so it's not even worth it. I buy this gluten-free bread. I actually really like this one, Ancient Grain. I don't have bread every day, but I keep this in the freezer when I feel like I want a piece of bread. I also buy brown rice pasta, and I forgot to grab some. It's just pasta in the organic aisle, and it says brown rice. It's only brown rice, and I eat that whenever I want pasta. I do rice cakes and gluten-free crackers. These are Mary's crackers. Most people don't like these. I showed a different cracker. It was a vegetable cracker in my Costco video that's gluten-free from Costco that everybody likes, even people that aren't gluten-free. You can also buy 100% corn corn tortillas. So no wheat added. You have to check the ingredients. So when I want to have fajita night, this is what I buy. There's recipes now to make gluten-free breads, gluten-free pizza, gluten-free pancakes. It is so readily available. You're going to be eating healthier if you give up gluten anyway, because it's going to force you to eat different grains. Anyway, that's all I have for today. I hope this video answered some questions on why I don't eat wheat and gluten. Maybe it'll motivate you to give it a try so you can feel so much better in the long run. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.